What it is, chat, you already know who you get with. You get with your boy K the fuck X. You in a dungeon, and all I'm telling you to do is this right here. Feed me more subs. I need 50k subs in a month. Sub. Help me get there, chat. To hit that sub button. Now we about to get into the most confessions these where they weird. Like how weird do you get? They about to confess on their own self. Like we about to get into the most disturbing confessions a rapper ever did in an interview. You feel me, chat? We about to get into that bag. So all you gotta do is sit back, chill. If you ain't got you one of these, you better roll you one of these. Sit back and chill. And get to that bag with your boy. K the fuck X, you in a dungeon. All you gotta do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's all we actually do.
Know him before, like everything?
Like that. I don't know. No game. All I know don't about Troy or rest in peace.
Give me more subs.
I scammed this man 200 times. No over exaggeration. 200 times. Like for 2 years straight. He lost his job. His wife divorced him.
You talking about, yeah, y'all look like brother and sister.
Cool.
I'm gonna find out she my cousin.
One rapper
This nigga
confessed to
said
having
that?
over 10 bodies in his interview, and another rapper admitted to scamming a man for over
Hey, these niggas wild as
$100,000.
shit.
These are rappers' most disturbing
This nigga said he-
confessions
his
and
own
interviews
cousin.
of all time. First, we got to start with Vine off 1700 because Vine's
Oh,
a
I hear
rapper
that.
that's been going crazy lately in the Chicago rap scene, and many know he's one to self-snitch in his lyrics because back in mid-2023, a guy named Anton Benoit was pumping gas at a gas station. 3 shooters pulled up and started letting off shots. Anton got hit, and the guys that slid on him popped back in their whip and sped off. Anton was rushed to the hospital, but by the time he got there, it was already too late. Nobody was
Already
ever
too
booked
late.
for the hit, but many rap fans believe that Vine was allegedly on the drill after the surveillance footage went viral. And to make things worse, when Vine was on the No Jumper
What'd he say?
podcast, he let Adam 22 know that he and his gang were really out here smoking the ops, and that if one of their ops turned up dead,
He
they
had a
should be
little
looking at
motherfucker. We
them.
covered it before,
People
chat.
who are from
We
similar
already
environments
know
and
what
they
Ronnie said.
always want to like try to find a way to put an end to the murder and everything. But then when I talk to the younger dudes, a lot of times
they lying, talking about some incriminating themselves on interviews. Look, for we is killing the ops. For
Oh,
we is killing
we
them.
heard this guy.
So tell them we is killing them. For that's what we doing to the ops. For when they die, look at us.
And soon after the incident, he dropped 2 songs in which he
Where
rapped,
they do that
"When I
at,
chased
chat?
him down, I got up close.
They ain't
I
trying to
asked,
go to
"Where
jail. They
Where'd
want
you
the
go?"
feds
Beat
come
up his
get me.
ride, left this
That's
all
the
on
type
the
shit they on.
side. His head was honking the horn. We killed that on camera. And it gets deeper because the first shooter that hopped out of the whip happened to
Then he
have
put
on the
that shit
same
in black and
jeans,
white.
mask, and hoodie fit that Vine had posted on his
This
IG.
nigga
The shooter's
hyped
whip
this
was a
shit.
Durango,
Ain't never
and Vine
getting
even
rid of that.
mentioned something about not using them anymore in his interview.
And the cars we be stealing, this some of the cars I don't even get in no more. Like RT Durangos, I don't get in them cars no more.
Vine
Hey, chat. If this nigga didn't just self snitch, I don't know what that is. You seen that video? What that was? Or the what? Allegedly, it was a what? Okay.
has been arrested for stealing cars before, and most of the time, when gangs slide on their ops, they use stolen whips, so it can't be traced back to them. In the interview, Adam 22 even tried giving Vine the chance to clear his name, but Vine doubled down on his claims, letting him know, yes, it's him getting the ops smacked.
you're not saying that you personally want to be involved in anything like this, right?
We team, whatever you want to call
This
it.
little nigga dumb as shit. He said, we team.
I don't have talking about these interviews. If an interview gonna get me locked
Where the
up, let
old?
me know now, cause I'm going to trial as soon as they say, yeah, we got this evidence from this interview.
And there's no real evidence that Vine was the one who stole a car or that he was involved in the shooting. But many fans think it's crazy how he talked about the exact same type of whip when he went on No Jumper. But that wasn't the only time Vine off 1700
crazy.
confessed about something he did. Because in the same interview, he talked about how he peed on one of his ops when he was in jail. And it's pretty
Yo,
disturbing.
bro, that's some homo shit.
Play with me. I
Pull
ain't
his
never
dick
do
out
no
over
pistol
top when they can pee on him.
before.
That's some
Pistol in
homo
the car
shit,
and
cuz.
do they chuck on it.
You might as well
Look,
let
he
him
was
suck
telling me
that
like I was a
motherfucker.
gang, like
Niggas.
he was a real. Now I ain't gonna lie, the whole time I was in jail, everybody was with me.
Now, let's move on to Kodak Black, because he was on an episode of Off the Record with DJ Academics. Academics was asking Kodak about his rehab journey and his affiliation with other rappers. And that's when the topic of Kodak's battle with addictions came up, and Kodak confessed about the time he was on meth really bad to Academics.
But me and Stevie, like, we were eating ice back then, boy.
He telling you off that shit right now.
Ice back then, wide open.
Did he say him and Stevie J?
I'm saying like that, like ice, like
regular ice.
milk. Mm-hmm.
Listen to the nigga. He sound like he off that shit right now.
But it ain't like
a
base or none of that. I'm saying, way more money than a lot of these.
Way more money than that. What? Fuck the
real good. I'm saying, yeah, time.
Look at him, you off that coke right now.
The topic of his meth addiction came up because he also spoke about it on his IG back in late 2023. And now he's grateful that the feds caught on to his drug addiction, or he
couldn't understand him
right now.
You know,
I done told y'all. I done told y'all.
That's that fiend bot right there.
Later. Oh, I ain't around. You know,
yeah, Kodak, you better lay off that shit, boy.
You be on land right now. First off, die.
Fuck that shit say. You better lay off that shit, Kodak. I don't even know what the fuck he's saying. I can't even read it.
But that wasn't the only time the topic of his addictions came up in an interview. Because he was also on an interview with No Jumper, where we talked about that time in his past when he was on 100 perks a day.
No line, ain't shooting no rods. Yo, look at that, bro.
When you said 100 perks, or you?
Bro, look at your boy. Look at him. He right here. Look at your boy Kodak. He look straight stressed out off the drug high. Yo, don't hey kids. You right here. If you in a dungeon with your boy KIX, and we doing the most disturbing confession interviews with bruh. Don't do drugs. I pointed to the wrong monitor. Don't do drugs. I'm telling you. Do you see how that shit ate his body up? Gah.
For real, like on 100 perks a day. How you weave off of it? Like how you
Tell you, man.
And thankfully, it seems like Kodak's been
that don't
doing
even
better
look
lately, since
like
he gave
Kodak,
fans an
good.
update saying that he's sober now for the most part back in July. Now, let's move on to FYB J-Man, because he also had an alarming confession on Say Cheese. Word on the street was that one night, a rapper from Chicago named Tay Savage and his homie Welch were walking down the street late at night when a car pulled up and let off several shots, hitting both of them. Both were rushed to the hospital, but only one of them will make it. Unfortunately, Welch succumbed to his injuries, but Tay pulled through. When Tay eventually got the low on who was behind the hit, he made sure to get back right on the driver and shooter, who went by the names Sess and Neef. And Tay would go on to beat the case after charges were pressed against him. After the killing, many suspected Tay Savage, since it makes sense that he want revenge for his dead homie. But Sess's daughter, Blazing Doll, who's also a rapper, thought otherwise.
What it is?
It seems like Tay Savage might have had Doll
fooled,
but according to FYB J-Man, Tay isn't fooling him. And he confessed that rapper Tay Savage must have killed Sess's killer because Tay had also shot him too.
Y'all call him Tay Sav, bro. I call him John Wick. Let's start.
He said, let's start that.
The situation.
Come on, let's start there.
Allegedly killing Blazing Doll mama. I know he killed that girl.
Yeah.
He shot at me.
You hear that? Do you hear that? You know? Do you hear that guy? He said it hit different. Man, do your homework when it hit different.
You talking about? So in
is this considered
shit
snitching?
Hit real different.
Yes.
He said yes.
Snitching.
Yes, this is snitching. He killed it.
On how you snitch. He came out with the story first,
not
bro.
even ashamed
He
to
just
say
did a
this shit,
whole
cuz.
16 shot him interview. So you ask him, I snitching? Hell no, I ain't snitching. He already said that. He already said all this information that I'm saying right now. It's already out.
Because he said it don't mean you gotta repeat it.
Beat the bodies in
You know what I'm saying? Just because one person said it don't mean you gotta repeat
it was
it, man.
okay to go on 16 and release this story, bro. Do your homework.
But the video only gets crazier because Casher Quan also made a pretty disturbing confession on one of his interviews. Quan is a scam rapper that popped off in 2019 for his dynamic duo collab with TJX6. He was on an interview where we talked about his rough come up in music career. When halfway through the interview, he brought up the topic of scamming and that one time he had scammed a doctor every week for 2 years straight and completely ruined the dude's whole life.
I scammed this man 200 times. No over exaggeration. 200 times. Like for 2 years straight. He lost his job. His wife divorced him. Like, bro, this real, bro. Like, really real. This man lost his wife. He tried to split his. He went to the hospital.
What's the
him trying to slice his arm,
That's
bro.
That's crazy work.
Because I'm taking all his cash, bro. I'm telling him I work for the IRS. You done sent me $20,000 already. The IRS is investigating this. I got his social, so every time I block him for 2 weeks. As soon as he get paid, I'll call him. Like the IRS just called me, and they said it's $2,500 in your bank account. Leave work right now and send me that, or they finna.
Hey yo, and he went for that.
Working at the hospital, Sean.
And you find me a doctor. You heard me.
A doctor, a real doctor, making $2,500 a week. He like, bro, I'm
You
in the
find me a doctor for.
Leaving work to go MoneyGram me his whole paycheck, bro.
And that ain't the only time Quan admitted to scamming someone, because on another interview with Say Cheese, he had admitted to scamming his fans when he was on the come up.
That 3 weeks ago, a lot of people said that. A lot of people blamed him
that's
falling
real
off on him scamming his fans.
Yeah, I used to do that too, but I stopped. I don't do that no more. I stopped doing it 3 years ago.
Say Cheese didn't quite understand how it'd be possible to scam their fan, seeing it.
And a fam, and see, that's why I don't click on none of those artists. They be talking about something, yeah, put $5 up and we'll hear your track and put it on. And you're an artist, you making all this money. Why I gotta send you $5 so you can put my track on something? If you gonna put it on something, you gonna put it on something. Crazy.
Because TJ and Casher weren't big enough to stage concerts or charge for their records, so Casher had to give him the method on how he did it.
Wait. Explain that. Because when they told me that, I didn't understand it. Like, how do you scam your fans?
Oh.
He just posting Cash App. Like all the you see with people posting these Cash Apps. I got a Cash App log in with 5,000 on it. Give me $100. Like that, and then you get 30 people to send you $100. You know what I'm saying? And you just made 3,000 off 30 followers.
But Casher told Say Cheese that scamming followers was lame now,
crazy
and that he for
work,
real wasn't
man.
really about that life anymore.
But it's like the scamming your followers is lame now, dog. Like I got people. I just dropped a song, and I said in the song, any fan that I ever scammed, DM me right now and tell me how much I scammed you for, and I'ma send you your. I don't like scamming fans, bro. That's it. Like.
And Casher made it known that he done made over 100K with the sauce, but that he regrets the trust that some of his core fan base.
Hey,
lost
you
him.
heard what he said?
You made scamming
100K.
your fans.
Bro, that
I ain't gonna lie,
crazy.
probably like no over exaggeration, bro. Probably like 100,000.
I mean, that ain't nothing,
I
but
done made a bed. You gotta
they'll
think
be
about it. Bro.
scamming motherfuckers
I had
for
140. I regret
That's
it though.
crazy.
I regret it.
But now, let's move on to another FBG member known as Butter. Butter
Butter.
has had many crazy moments during his interviews, and recently he went off on
Oopsie,
O-Block
live
members
again.
for killing FBG Duck. He let Say Cheese know that O-Block told
J-Man.
them themselves after knocking Duck off,
You know?
and it was pretty disturbing because during the same interview, fans say that Butter allegedly.
I'm gonna put you up on game. If you still in the dungeon with your boy K the fuck out X, man, we in the dungeon popping right now. If you ain't got you one of these, you better roll you one up. Sit back, relax, chill, kick it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit me in the chat. I do get back in the chat. I'm gonna keep it real honest with you. I'm 100. I keep it a bang. I keep it a buck. So hit me back. Bring like 20 more of your friends over here. Tell them to subscribe to the channel. Get me the 50K in a month, chat, and we in there. And we gonna have that 50K party. So whoever subscribe to the channel, we gonna throw down. You feel me? Like real niggas do. We real RNs. You feel me? Let's get back into it.
admitted to killing someone.
They told them they so, and they did an interview on top of the car. You stupid.
What about the picture that
Take
went?
me to jail. Give me the cups.
Yo, Butter. What
I'll
about
take
what about the picture that went viral with Muwap wearing with the duck sneakers?
That's clap. And with the same drinker y'all used. Get a feds day evidence.
That's the same.
Allegedly.
Homicide can't solve.
That's what he said.
Feds can, right? We talking real business. I'm a real street.
Not long after speaking on No Block, FYB J-Man
Look, he
tells
telling
Butter
them,
to
chill
sit
out.
down.
Chill out,
that
bro.
he's saying
Look
too
at him.
much.
He like,
Because
oh,
Butter
oh,
says,
man,
picture
chill.
him sitting on top of a car that he killed OD on.
Butter Sean. I'm Butter Sean. Now picture me sitting on top of that I just killed old. I got J Main them in this. I got 4 of them in this.
He said they ain't want me, man. I
Butter
can't
also
even
discussed
nigga
OD's
stop
death in an
fucking.
interview with Vlad TV, where he said,
He did too much. I smacked them in his face. Wow.
They're saying that she was a shoot. That's the rumor.
I mean, it's footage. It's a video
Of Odie Perry getting killed?
Yeah,
Done, Chad.
You saw it.
I ain't
Chad
seen
will
nothing,
know.
man. I just heard the stories, bro.
That's crazy.
I don't be knowing nothing for real. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time.
Okay, fair enough.
Not all the time. That's like me. I mean, no, nothing.
I gave back 192 years.
Nothing.
I don't speak of Hold on, gang. I'm home right now because I blinked on my freaking tire.
Put me in it.
Hold on.
Cause where I was at, I was doing this right here, chat.
Is responsible for
taking
taking Perry out.
With no
Recently, fans believe that Butter is the one who did it, and is blaming his sister K.I. Said she's already dead. Not long after Tuka lost his life at the bus stop on 63rd, the members from 63rd wanted to get revenge for Tuka, since the members from O Block were dissing. So not long after his death, a member from O Block known as Odie Perry was walking around the neighborhood and decided to go to the store to get some swishers. But not long after leaving the store on his bike, Odie ended up getting shot. He fell from his bike onto the ground before getting up and trying to escape, but ended up getting hit 10 more times. A key witness at the scene told police that an African-American male was the one that shot Odie, but many also say it was K.I. Since she was seen posting pictures with one of Odie Perry's straps after he died. Popular 63rd member Wooski also made a tweet saying, "Shout out to them twins that made O-Block," and tagged K.I. and FBG Butter in the tweet. That's why recently fans believe that he is actually the one who took his life. And speaking of confessing bodies, Lil Reese also confessed to having popped someone that's been on the DJ UTV podcast before. And many believe he's talking about an FBG member, since Butter was recently on his show with some of his FBG bros right before Lil Reese came on the show.
I said you had a lot of goof on this couch. I've been watching lately.
Goof like who? I thought we had all on the couch.
Man, you know you had a lot of goof on the couch, man. I've been watching lately, folks.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I ain't gonna say no names. Ain't that important, man.
Anybody you had any interactions with before?
You watching Reese?
They know what's up. I'd have seen some pop before.
You be doing too much for the net,
But
bro.
Butter was pissed and went off on him because a few weeks later, FBG Butter was also on the show, and he made it known that Reese wasn't really about that action and that he had to switch blocks and his whip soon after the incident.
So he just definitely got up here and
For all you slow motherfuckers that don't see nothing, don't know nothing, don't pay attention, they got cups right. That bottle ain't cracked. That money way too white to be real. Only thing legit on this man right here. Is that thing right there. That pipe. Now let me know. Like what the in the interview you got it right there. You ain't supposed to have that. Come on, bro.
I almost went fed.
You be asking for a charge, man.
And it'd be like federal for me to be sitting here clapping back about the situation.
Sure, you about the interview,
you ain't do nothing else in your life after
like that.
But get beat up on yourself, shot, all type of other goofy shit. How many times you got shot after that? On two great shot. Who's sat on that couch? When you get up, then they made you move off Wabash on 2nd grade. What, 2-3 weeks later? Lil Brian made you Tuka. Him and T Slick, they tweaking. Fuck, get on that taco out there. They know what's going on. They ain't gotta say too
taco
much
out there.
but they know, gang. They had to move, gang. That Grand Pala, they had to switch out to go get a new car. It's over with. New house, new car was over with. So what? On 1st grade, you ain't did nothing else after that in your life.
Now, let's move on to Kevin Gates, because he's become well known at this point for the controversial statements on interviews. Because back in 2015, he admitted to having slept with his cousin to Ebro on Hot 97.
I mean, because it just seemed like for a while there, it was every other week. It was Kevin Gates having with his cousin. Kevin Gates put up a picture of
Big he was doing what with his what?
I met a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
I never knew her. If I grew up like my sister, I grew up taking baths with my baby sister, so it's, that's gross. But I'm talking about, I never knew this beautiful woman.
I get it.
My grandmother didn't even know who she was.
You spoke.
When they talked and she found out who her family was, that's what my grandmother told me. That's your cousin.
How long after did
we
you find
had
out?
already crossed the bridge.
And that wasn't all, because he doubled down on his story in another
You
interview
stop
with
hitting
Big Boy
that.
TV in 2023, talking about how them being related didn't change his mind.
Shorty,
crazy.
We good friends right now, but once I found out I ain't stopped, I was still pinning her to the floor. Cause you know that bed, she could kind of move with the bed on that floor. You can't run from it. You got to take everything I'm giving you. You got to be like that Mexican oil-based dope. You got to take everything I put on top of it. But I love it though. I put them legs over my shoulder.
Hey, yo.
I put my hands on that thigh right there.
This sick ass nigga, bro.
And after the first wave of social media caught on to the story, there was severe backlash with
Well,
many
that
people
shit
disagreeing
chills
and
on
saying
my
that they shouldn't have stopped
spine.
as soon as his
Niggas
grandma
like him
broke the
don't need to
news.
be
But he
around
didn't
me,
back
man.
down, and he took to Instagram to defend his
Your
claims.
cousin, though.
Talking about, yeah, y'all look like brother and sister. No, I'm gonna find out she my cousin, you heard me? But I ain't about to stop. Good, we click. I ain't grow up with you knowing you was my people. I don't get tired.
You hear this sick ass nigga?
So you mean to tell me if you been somebody for 3 months, you heard me? Everything beautiful, and your grandmother come tell you one day, you know that's your cousin.
It's
Y'all
done.
got the hard part out the way.
It's done.
Good thing.
He said, I ain't
And that
stop
isn't the only time he said
fucking
something controversial in one of his interviews. Because on another interview, he admitted to DJ Academics that he'd allow another man to smash his girl as long as the whole thing was recorded and he got to see it.
So you wouldn't be mad if another man penetrated a woman you were interested in?
No, hell no.
No, cause
This
that
nigga,
shit,
this nigga needs to go.
psychokinetic relationship.
Somebody gotta do something about this
Our
nigga.
relationship is deeper.
He gotta
Now,
go,
let's
bro.
move on to
He
Youngie Nace.
one of them
Because
homos,
many
bro.
believe that he might have been the one guy
Watch
behind
another nigga
Fulio's
hit his
death.
girl.
The feud goes way back, and it was only made worse by the Aces, who I smoke, and Fulio's When I See You, in which both traded shots at the other gang's dead ops. 4 suspects have been arrested so far for the death of Fulio, and 3 of them have been identified as having affiliations with ATK, Ace's crew, leading many to believe that Young and Ace might have been the one behind it. He was on an interview with DJ Academics, in which Academics mentioned that a lot of people believe that he was behind Fulio's death. He didn't give a straight answer and only laughed before saying that people think he's behind a lot of things.
Some people feel like you were behind that.
I'm sure, but people feel like I'm behind a lot.
I don't know what to make out of that.
I'm not behind.
Academics said that most people view rappers as mob bosses that can press a button to get their ops killed. And that's when Ace taps the Don Julio bottle on the table to troll Academics, indicating.
I don't know, man. What's going on, chat? Look, we in a building, you in a dungeon, boy, K fuck ass, and all I'm gonna tell you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit me in the comment box. I hit back in the comment box. You know, we keep it all the way 100 in the comment box. So hit me back.
People feel like I'm behind a lot.
What you make about it? I really don't.
Academics said
I
that
really
most
don't think he's
people
saying
view
no.
rappers as
Really
mob bosses that can press a button to get their ops killed. And that's when Ace taps the Don Julio bottle on the table to troll Academics, indicating that he might have actually gotten Julio Fulio killed.
Well, like, in the mind of fans, they think like you're like this.
Nah,
you know,
I ain't pay that
like,
no mind.
They
So
look
he
at
brought
rappers
it
like
down
some
Julio
shot
bottle.
caller,
Yeah, he
mob
probably
bosses that if something happens to the other person that you press the button. But that wasn't a lie.
Ace then went on to tell Academics that he and Fulio's gang were cool and that he wasn't really in the beef for real. But everyone knows this isn't true due to disses and everything.
Probably like, my man gone. I don't know. He could be really big bands. Like they probably did all that for clout.
People think me and him was like really into it, but we weren't really into it.
I see. I heard that on Clubhouse.
That's why I'm just trying to tell people. Like we be conversating.
Yeah, but I'm like,
you know these niggas is weird like that. They really do shit like this for clout.
Be on Clubhouse.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, we brothers. Now, Rich, it's like I fuck with all them boys. That's crazy.
And speaking of rappers that become famous for crashing out, let's move on to Bloodhound Lil Jeff. Because
So the shit with Youngin, for real, I don't really think I can't really say. I can't make that out. And you know I'm good when it comes to reading vibes and people. That right there, I'm like, either he downplaying it like, I don't know, or he tapped the bottle like, man down, or he tapped the bottle like, damn, my man gone. I can't read it. We ain't from Jacksonville, we ain't from Florida. We don't really know what the niggas was out there doing. All we know is they was rapping. These rappers make fake beefs to get their clout up. You mean? He probably got popped doing something from, you mean? He got hair out of the house in Jacksonville. Who knows?
Because he also hinted at having multiple bodies in his interview.
So
Lil Jeff was known as one of
Ace has
those
something to do with
rappers who weren't afraid to get in the fields with his ops. One day, he was in an interview with DJ UTV when the host asked if anyone had ever taken anything from him. And that's when he mentioned that he has had someone run off with his watches and jewelry before.
Now listen, I ain't gonna lie. Did run off on me before.
This little nigga high as a motherfucker. Listen to him.
They did.
What, he zeroed you on the move or something?
Yeah, basically.
That happens to the best of us, right? We know I've been finessed.
Yeah, ran off and it went back.
But that wasn't all, because it turns out the two people that robbed him took to IG to brag about their catch. They were 16 and 17-year-old students from a nearby high school, and both repped the gang that were ops to Bloodhound Lil
Why would they
Jefferson.
go
One
on
day,
the
while they were
internet
leaving
like,
school
I
for
got
lunch,
your
two
chain?
black SUVs pulled up and let off multiple shots. Both victims were hit, and unfortunately, both 16-year-old Robert Boston
Boy,
and
tell you.
17-year-old Monterio Williams
They
were pronounced
asked for
dead
it.
at the Northwestern Hospital. Many suspected Lil Jeff, and soon after the shooting, Lil Jeff went live to let everyone know that he had just smoked two dudes for messing with him.
If I get mad enough, it'll start happening. And y'all know this by now. I went black for like a week, and poof.
You said it poof.
Gotta go after that one.
Jab out,
Poof.
man.
I came back, poof. Long live the.
And he soon followed up the live with an IG post
Tell you,
of two
bruh.
bust down watches with the caption, LOL, they tried to turn me down, but they turned me up. I graduated. And another where he mentioned having 10 hats, alluding to the 10 bodies he's caught, with the last two being graduation caps, mocking both guys, seeing as it was close to their graduation. He also dropped the diss record 333, where he rapped, that ran off with them watches. You should have knew that time was up. You know that we don't give a. And on his most popular song, with nearly 3 million views, he said, them did what they did and had to pay the consequences. Because of this, many fans at the time believed that Lil Jeff was really the one behind Boston and Williams' death. Honestly, most rappers would be better off keeping their bodies to themselves and not posting about it online. Because Boss Top is a member of the O Block and another rapper known for snitching on himself during interviews. People on the Chicago subreddit even started clowning him out for it, seeing as he can't seem to keep his mouth shut. One day, an interviewer was asking Boss about his thoughts on the passing of FBG Duck, one of O-Block's biggest stops. And Boss gave an answer that had a lot of people speculating. Because he said, all he knows is that if Duck had known what was good for him, he would have never bothered speaking on Troy, one of O-Block's dead gang members.
But you got any like thoughts like on FBG Duck? You know, any thoughts on him? Like, did you know him?
Who Duck?
Did you know him before? Like everything?
Like that? I don't know. On game. All I know, don't say Troy or.
Rest in peace to Duck. That was crazy, man.
Rest in peace, Duck. Okay.
He's trolling. I'm not.
FBG Duck.
Mother Duck.
That's what I'm saying.
Feel
You
for
don't
you.
say Troy.
R.I.P. to Duck, man. Long live that man. That was sad.
Get that guy over there. Boy, don't ever, you know.
These niggas
Come on, man.
tweaking,
Don't do
dog.
that. Don't do that. You
I
know
would
know
know
that.
how to walk away. How to
FGB
smack
Duck
shot at him.
unfortunately passed away in August 2020 after
Crazy,
gunmen
bro.
slid on him one day while he was out with his girl shopping in a wealthy
you
neighborhood
see your
called the Gold
face?
Coast. Once his ops got the drop on him, 6 of them hopped.
Know that. Stop playing.
You see his face, though. Hey, you gonna go back a little bit more, Chad? My bad. Look at his. He like, bro. Will you shut the fuck up? That's how his face is, little man right there. Look, he about to hop off the car and just dip. Me personally, I'd have smacked the shit out of top. You hear me? I'd have smacked the camera down like, let's go, yo.
That's what I'm saying. You know, don't say
I know you caught that, Chad.
That's it.
He's tweaking.
Get that guy over there. Boy, don't ever, you know me. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know I know that. Stop playing.
FGB
He
Duck
said stop
unfortunately
playing, like,
passed away in
boy.
August 2020 after gunmen slid on him one day while he was out with his girl shopping in a wealthy neighborhood called the Gold Coast. Once his ops got the drop on him, 6 of them hopped in 2
You
cars
gotta be
and
some
rushed across
dumbass
town
fools,
to catch him.
man.
When they spotted Duck, they jumped out of the V's and it was on sight. Duck got hit in the chest and neck, and everyone suspected O-Block as soon as it happened. In 2021, C-Thang, C-Murder, Muwop, Los, and Zell Money all got hit with a RICO case over it. And in April 2023, a 6th O-Block
Whoa.
affiliate named TZ got booked for the shooting too. According to a witness who had talked to the cops, King Vine, who dropped a $100K bounty on Duck's head since he really wanted to get him done after dissing T-Roy. And that interview with O-Block was just the nail in the coffin, since many thought that Boss Top had given himself away. Now, let's move on to King Lil J, because there was quite a bit of controversy surrounding him back in July 2023, where he was in a YouTube video with Skin Bone shot in jail. And the guy asked Bone to...
Hey, I didn't know this nigga was locked up. It's funny, nigga always blanking and shit. Man, never know that nigga had a criminal bone in his body. yo, now that I'm thinking about this shit, this shit probably a skit. It's probably a whole jail skit. 'Cause I don't know, this nigga ain't been locked up. I don't know who the fuck these two guys is, but this don't even look like these niggas locked down. Anyway, back to what I was saying. This shit right here, they call that they good hookup, or whatever you want to call it over the joint. Boy, that shit bust, that shit be hitting the spot on them on
To stop asking about other people's cases.
Like,
Since
ew,
they
look
really
nasty,
didn't want to
man.
talk
That
about
shit
it. But
right
that's
there,
when Bones
boy.
said that he didn't want to be sitting next to a
You been
freak.
locked up,
And that's
you
when
know
King
what that
Lil
about.
J said, what if you were sitting
I done
next to
haven't
one?
been locked up before. I just know that shit good.
I just want to know. I want to be standing next to them.
I'm trolling. Yeah, I've been there. And it ain't nowhere to be, so stay in school. You feel me? Pick up a book.
I don't do all this.
Get a job. Don't try to
There were
don't
many
go to
rumors
jail.
that Lil J was doing sus things when he was in jail. And even King Von asked the guards to move him into protective custody, since
What?
he didn't want to be on the same deck as Lil J. But King Lil J would go on to deny all the rumors, saying that people were only putting them out there to tarnish his name.
Messing with a guy. Let's clear that air on.
So he said he didn't want to be down there with him. He was scared. He probably was scared of him.
That was the most goofiest I ever heard in my life.
Probably thought you was right
And I
hand.
knew it had to come from somebody goofy or something. Don't never play with my name like that, man. Said no. When I was out, none of that. But I do anything with it. I all the hoes. I ain't got nothing against people. I the hoes. I love to death.
And at first, not a lot of people believed Von, since Lil J would always deny the rumors. But it turns out the rumors were true, because a clip leaked of Lil J letting a guy sit
Yo,
in his
that's
lap,
crazy
kissing
work.
him. And as the news was already out, he then went on an interview with Cam Capone News to announce that he was
Yeah,
raped,
homie,
and that it
that's
really
crazy
didn't matter
work.
because his career was getting the most buzz it ever got.
That is nasty, bro.
What's your response to that video?
He lost all respect for me.
I saw that video. I saw it a lot of times. Like, some people say it is me, some people they
I'm
say
liking
that.
that
I've
shit,
been
too.
on live with J-Mane and all the time. It's like, really at this point, I really don't let them.
Ja.
Because really, I really, you know.
I ain't got nothing against y'all,
really don't care
but that's
for one.
nasty
I
shit,
still
man.
got all the fan base still there. So like really that I cleared up when I said already. I said it wasn't me. People go still saying.
And his gang members weren't the only ones clowning him out, because even FBG Butter got in on the topic in his interview with Vlad TV.
You saw he came out and said himself.
Oh, he said it was him.
Uh-huh. He did it on King Capone. He was like, man, so what if it is me? I know right now I be on the phone with real. That like Lil J fuck. If that was you, oh, we know what you do out here.
That's weird, man.
Well, shit, I told on Kyron, I feel took his dope bus down, but he got the training coming out there. Jaja, the training guy on my dead sister, I can't make it. On my father, baby mama on Destiny Regina Anderson, folks. The man, at first I thought it was the CEO coming up out on Jaja. Then I look, I don't know, that's a, nah.
Ain't no motherfucking CEOs got on no clothes, no regular clothes. That got on that outfit. That's crazy work.
Dario Lloyd, gang.
Yeah.
I know the Punk because the Punk used to go to Weird Al Phillips with us on Shondell Gregory, folks.
Now, we got to talk about Ruby Rose, because she managed to stir up a lot of controversy on Twitter after an interview where she confessed to having dated numerous rappers when she was underage, naming Travis Scott as one of them.
Travis Scott.
When I was younger. Oh wait, actually I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this game. I shouldn't do this game.
I just got a few more names.
Should I do this game? Oh wait, let me see. Because I'm gonna take the ones that are not
Okay,
sure.
when you were younger.
Yeah, when I was younger.
Okay. Shout out to Travis Scott, one
Shout out
of
to
the
Travis
monsters
Goat.
out there in music right now.
Definitely.
That
Shout out
goes to
to
show
the
you
baby.
all these
Yeah,
niggas playing with
And that
these little
wasn't all,
girls, man.
because she went on to name 21 Savage later on in the interview.
21 Savage.
When I was younger.
And the confessions had many fans concerned, because seeing as she'd only turned 21 a few days before the interview, dating Travis in 21 when she was younger likely means she was underage. And especially since both artists are now in their 30s, it raised eyebrows for many people.
And I was with them like a long time ago. Like.
Yeah, well, you're 21.
Do you hear this chat? So the shit that Diddy, R. Kelly, and Jay been accused of is probably most likely normal to all these guys. So they all do it. I catch one of them niggas on my daughter, I cut that fucking head off. Straight like that.
I'm just kidding. No,
I mean,
I don't know.
At least I hope so.
But now, let's move on to the Island Boys, because they went mega viral back in 2023, kissing each other. Later in August, they went on to No Jumper and spoke on the controversy, admitting that kissing each other made them feel with a
We
man
had to skip
back in
the Island
2019.
Boys, dog.
Some old
That's
leaked
just
photos
too
of a
much
man
weird
sitting on
shit for
JP's
me.
lap surfaced back in June
Fuck the
2024.
Island
So
Boys.
we decided to go
You
on
know?
No Jumper to clear the air.
Look, right. So look, let's talk about the hating. Right? Who, when you started winning, the first thing it was they dug up some old videos. Yeah. Now again, hey, I'll be real though. I understand my. Listen,
Why he always
if there's
like-
money on the table, I'm cracking.
Why he always-
Let me talk. Hey, listen, man. I'm certified.
And seeing as there were so many
Hey,
rumors
why?
and reports around,
I
he
should have
decided
skipped
to
this
finally
shit
come
too.
out
He
and set
said
the record
money
straight.
on the table, we cracking.
About like 4 or
These
5
niggas,
years
some
ago,
hitting niggas.
I had relations with a young man, right?
Huh? No Diddy.
No.
No
Diddy.
He said, no shit, that shit was
So
real.
about like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So like everybody, everybody knew at least like, oh my.
This man agreeing with it.
Who the f gonna do something to me? Yeah. And I was still.
Oh no.
So everybody was like, like the pictures around, but like as soon as I going viral, and I gotta name somebody else. A little shorty leaked them.
And JP made sure to let everyone know that he didn't care much for the rumors, especially since his music career was getting a.
Hey, chat, people like that is dangerous, man. Keep them away from me, man. Hey, and if you still in the building with your boy K5X, man, you gotta roll you one of these up, get back into it, hit the like button, share it, subscribe to it, hit me in the comment box. I hit back in the comment box, keep it a bang in the comment box, you hear me? You know? Like, so just hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Tell like 20 friends to hit that subscribe button and come on and join the family. And if you hit the subscribe button when we get to 50K, you invited to the party. You already know we gonna do it big. Let's get back into it.
A huge buzz off of it.
But where you want up?
I don't give what anybody got
Got
to say.
mine, it's yours.
They had the facts wrong. They thought it was the other way around.
Yeah.
The other way around. So I had to go.
Ew.
Mean
by that? Hey, he doing the cracking. What is he? They know that. Oh my.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they
That it
proud of
wasn't
that
really a
shit.
rainbow, but that it was more of just a one-off thing.
Oh man. You also said though, I don't like. I just cracked that.
don't hear it no
What's that
more.
mean?
You heard it?
It makes sense.
I'm done, Jack.
So look. So
But speaking of flipping out, one rapper completely went off on the LBGT community at one of his shows, and Travis Scott flipped off on a fan for trying to steal his Yeezys. So click this video to see rappers who flipped out on
Cause I was about to
fans.
take these earphones off, cut everything off, chat. I'm trying to tell you, cause I was done. Like the last 3 clips was about that. Yeah, I ain't got nothing against that community. Like I'm cool with them, but for these, I'm done. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit me in the comment box. I hit back in the comment box, man. We just watched the most disturbing confessions in an interview on camera. They crashing out, telling themselves on camera, like, wow. Anyway, folks, we about to get back into it, man. Hit me back on the other side. Hit them buttons, that like button, subscribe button. Hit me in the comment box. Hit it back. You was in the dungeon with your boy, and you hit a couple of these with your boy. Bring like 20 friends over here. Tell them what it is. Like tell them we get lit over here. Tell them we just vibe out. We chill. You already know. And if you try to get into that serious talk, catch me on my podcast. And you know it, but you about to know it. You feel me?